The woman suddenly received a phone call from herself 20 years in the future. The voice on the phone told her 3 secrets. First, her husband had already betrayed her and she should divorce him immediately. Second, her 2 adopted children were ungrateful wolves. Third, she must buy as much property as she could right away. This left the woman completely bewildered. After all, she and her husband were considered the perfect couple by everyone. How could he possibly betray her? Just then, her husband returned home, even bringing the roast duck she had casually mentioned a few days prior. The woman was deeply touched, thinking he remembered every little thing she said. Her best friend also envied her for having such a wonderful husband. She decided the strange phone call must have been a prank. Unexpectedly, as she was helping her husband take off his coat, she found a long strand of hair on the collar that did not belong to her. Could the phone call be true after all? Just as her mind was racing, her adopted daughter came in and jumped into her father's arms. The woman instantly dismissed her fears, assuming the hair must be her daughter's. However, the daughter soon threw a violent tantrum over concert tickets, shoving her mother and cruelly mocking her for being unable to have children. This made the woman's heart sink. Not long after, her adopted son came home and demanded that she help him start a business. When she advised him to be patient, his expression turned cold, and he stormed out of the room. At that moment, the woman began to suspect that the call's warnings might be real. That night, her husband claimed he had to work late, but soon after, she saw his car on the road with another woman sitting beside him. A terrible premonition filled her heart, and she immediately had her driver follow his car. Unexpectedly, the husband who was supposedly working overtime entered a hotel. The woman's world instantly collapsed. Consumed by rage, she rushed forward and pushed open the door, ready to catch him in the act. But in the next second, she was stunned. The room was filled with decorations and her children, who were there to celebrate their wedding anniversary. Her husband walked out with a cake and flowers. The woman was moved to tears, feeling like the luckiest woman alive. But the next day, her friend brought over the phone records. The woman, full of guilt, refused to look, but her friend discovered that her husband had been frequently calling a single number. Seeing this, the woman still chose to believe her husband, thinking it must have been the person he contacted for the surprise party. Just when she thought all was well, a fierce argument broke out at home. Her adopted daughter and mother-in-law ganged up on her, revealing their true colors. The woman, heartbroken, went to her husband's office to talk. As she neared his door, she heard his intimate conversation with another woman. At that moment, she finally understood that everything in that mysterious phone call had been true.